No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo! Yo, welcome to the podcast broadcast. We are live on Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're not on the FM side. Yaz is here, so here's what I need you to do, weirdo. Go get Yaz. We're going to get all set up here, okay? Yes. Welcome, everybody. We have a lot that we're going to cover here, and welcome. So, Yas Money, she was on last Wednesday. If you recall, she was going to Disneyland over the weekend by herself, and we asked that question, is it sad? And she went, she survived. I don't know if she got red flagged, but I had her come back in to give me an update on all of her adventures there. And if people gave her depressed looks, so we're going to be doing that. Plus, we have a lot of things to feature. I'm excited about the podcast today. I got it jam-packed with a bunch of fun segments and ideas. So good morning, Anthony. Good morning, everybody watching us here on the stream. And then checking my FM side as we go, and I get very festive this time of year because we're less than 2 weeks away from Christmas, so I got to put up my Christmas lights. I still haven't put up a tree. Is anyone who's watching this or listening to the podcast later, are you behind on Christmas this year? Like, have you done all your festive, put up decorations, get the tree going, get all your shopping done yet, or are you waiting till this weekend like I am? Or even to be more specific, not only this weekend, but this weekend and every single day leading up until Christmas, because that's where I'm at right now. Yas Money, get all situated, and we have a lot to catching up to do. We have so much catch up to do. So while I get Yas going on, we'll kick things off on the podcast broadcast with today's Morning Moron. In case you missed it, went a little something like this. In time for your Morning Moron. Let's do it. I'm having trouble trying to decide who's the moron in this story. Which doesn't happen often. It's a little confusing, though. So let me break it down for you, because there's a couple who are in jail. And normally you would think, okay, the criminal's the moron, right? And sometimes the victim is the moron. I'll give you an example. Samantha Stevens claims she's a spiritual consultant and has been sentenced to federal prison for scamming a woman out of more than $3 million.
Ooh.
Yes, that's a lot. She got greedy, and she found her basically cash pig and just bled her dry. She told this woman that she was a psychic and a fortune teller, right?
Red flags number 1 and 2.
Yeah, and not to talk down about all fortune tellers out there and psychics. Maybe one or two of you out there are real, but whatever. I'm not going to knock your hustle. Just with this lady, she was a full-blown thief and got super greedy. So she found a sweet old lady, I'm assuming, somebody with a ton of money, and was able to milk it for every single penny. Now, Stevens convinced the victim that a curse had been placed on her and that her family. So the curse was all over the place, and that the only way to lift the curse was to perform rituals on quote-unquote large sums of money. That should have been the first red flag. I mean, there's many red flags, but it's like, hey, aren't you going to do a ritual on a chicken, or is there something else that you can do? Maybe make a little voodoo doll and set that ablaze. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a psychic. I don't know what you do, but as far as large sums of money, that just seems fishy. Now, the rituals that she did with her husband, or partner, I should say, Michael, was basically buying vehicles, property, and gambling at casinos. Trying to rid that curse. Right, 28 black. Let's go. Let's get rid of that curse.
We're going to drive this car and drive it all the way to across the country, and it'll be far away from you.
Right. They're at the craps table. Come on, 7-Eleven. Let's get rid of that curse. 7-Eleven. 3 craps, 3. Oh, I guess you're still cursed. Give me more money. So anyways, after she was caught, the scam lasted 4 years. 4 whole years.
4 years.
Yes. And the only reason why the scam stopped is because the victim literally ran out of money. So $3 million gone in 4 years. Samantha Stevens and Michael basically milked this woman dry, right? So now I have to decide who's the morning moron in this situation. Is it the psychic who scammed a rich lady out of all of her money? Or is it the rich lady who took 4 years and it wasn't until she ran out of every single dollar she had that she figured out that she got ripped off? What do you say, weirdo?
I'm going to say the rich lady. Like 4 years?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say Samantha and her partner because they got super greedy. What, $1 million is not enough for you? You can't scam, I don't know, $150,000 off of her for a year and kind of stretch that out and have a comfortable living. So, I mean, I guess they're all morning morons. That I could do. Please welcome to the broadcast rock star Yas Money with her sunglasses on. Look at you, too hip or too hungover. This is what happens when you go to Disneyland by yourself. Okay,
Hungover.
Yeah. Are you still hungover from Disneyland? Did you spend $5,000 on 7 beers?
No, I was too hungover to spend as much money as I wanted to. I couldn't even finish the beer that I bought, and it was like $13.
Oh,
Really? Okay, so let's recap this. And we have we're going to be on the air here in about 20 seconds. But as you guys may recall, Yas was heading to Disneyland by herself this weekend, and she had a jam-packed weekend to entertain herself. She started off with a football game, and then apparently had a good time there. And so much so that she showed up to Disneyland the next day, hungover and by herself, which I still think you'd be red flagged, but. Rock 102.1 KFMA. I asked this question last week on the podcast, which you can find on Spotify, Beef Vegan Presents. Is it sad to go to Disneyland by yourself? We asked that to our good friend, Yas Money, who's in studio right now. Good morning, Yas.
Good morning.
From KOLD. And she actually did that. She went to Disneyland by herself last weekend, and now she's back in the studio with sunglasses on. She's been affected. She's a changed woman, and I need to know all about it. Which we're going to break down her adventure or lack thereof of her Disneyland excursion next after Nirvana. Plus, we have so much to talk about on the podcast broadcast. You can join us on youtube.com/beefvegan or on our Facebook page of Rock 102.1 because we're streaming live on both. And on Twitch, too, but no one really uses that. All right, we'll be back here live. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Here's Nirvana. Clear. All right, so some of it seems like it was a good time, I guess. I mean, you posted 2 stories.
What?
Kind of. I didn't see that many stories from your adventure. I saw the solo rider line that you stood in.
I stood in every single rider line that I could find.
Okay, how many single rider lines could you find? Were there some rides that didn't have that?
Yeah, there's definitely a handful of ones that you can't skip the line. The one single rider line that I didn't go on was Splash Mountain.
Okay.
Only because when the single riders go in, you go in through the exit, and everyone was soaked.
Okay.
So I was like, do I chance it? Get on a boat, get all drenched? Like, no, people were soaked from head to toe. And I was like, yeah, I don't feel like suffering that much.
was it cold?
No.
Oh.
So the cold came the day after.
Okay, that's
it started
good.
raining, so it was like the perfect day, but I was hungover.
By all means, it was probably just a great setup to have the best time ever. The only exception is that you didn't have anybody with you whatsoever. Did anyone look at you weird? Like, are you lost? Did people come up to you like security and safety officers say, ma'am, do you need assistance?
There was a cute couple that was matching that I kept running into. And the only reason I knew it was them is because the outfit they were wearing was ridiculous.
Okay.
So I know they were staring every once in a while, like, that's the girl from Starbucks. That's the girl from Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the girl from, and I'm just like, all right, I need to get out of here. Switch the parks up.
Okay. In the back of your mind, were you afraid they were going to try to bring you in and try to recruit you for a threesome? Because I have a poly friend and I know this does happen sometimes. In the back of my, did it even cross your mind in the back of your mind? Or are you not as perverted as me?
I'm not as weird as you.
Okay, but in
I
the
mean,
back,
unicorn hunters are out there.
yes.
That's all new to me, So if that opportunity comes up, I don't know.
That's news to you. You sure?
Yes.
Okay, so not even for a split second were you like, maybe they're trying to make me their throuple.
No, I mean, if they're paying, maybe.
Whoa, okay, yeah. Well, you got to make up for the cost of the Disneyland excursion. Okay, so let's break that down. How much did it cost you by yourself? Like, how much do you think you dropped at Disneyland?
Ticket included?
Yeah, ticket included, everything.
I want to say maybe like $550, $600.
Okay, damn. Even by yourself,
Even by myself.
it's at least $600 at Disneyland.
It's just, it depends on when you buy your ticket, they do it by tier. So
Yeah.
the first ticket, first 0 tier, it's $140.
Right.
But then I was on the 6th tier, which is
Wow.
$245.
Oh,
Park hopper.
So you tried to go VIP.
No. It's just every time a limited amount of tickets get sold, it gets bumped up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So let's just say the first 1,000 tickets are $150. The second are $20 more. The third are $40 more.
I hate that dynamic pricing
Yeah.
bullshit. I mean,
that's-
it's like they want all the money. Powers asked, did you buy Mickey ears or a new tracksuit or any pins?
I did get new Mickey ears because the ones that I had ordered on Etsy did not come in on time.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. We asked the question, is it sad to go to Disneyland by yourself? Now, we have Yas Money in studio who did go to Disneyland by herself, and she's claiming it's not sad, but she did also buy Mickey ears, so I feel like it was very sad. Did it feel depressing buying Disney ears by yourself and then slowly putting it on and then like looking to the left and looking to the right and realizing you got no one to show off those ears to? You're like, oh.
It got a little boring. I had no one to talk smack about anybody about, you know?
Right,
You know, and people watching by myself, and it's like,
That's the one thing that actually I didn't even consider, but is the biggest factor. If you go to Disneyland by yourself, you are just walking silently from ride to ride, to Starbucks to churro stand, not saying a word, just walking and by yourself, running into some of the same people over and over again who starting to recognize as the day goes on that you aren't lost and you are by yourself. How did you talk to yourself, like in your head, right? Did you try to keep a game face on to be like, okay, listen, yes, don't look lost, don't look mad, don't look sad, don't look bored, you know?
She didn't do it
Pretty
inside her
much.
head. She said it out loud.
Look, I have the Genie Pass, so I even went, besides the single rider line, I cut the line by making a reservation, like the lightning lane and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So I didn't really wait in line. When I did wait in line and decided to wait the 40-50 minutes, that's when I took out the AirPods because the people around me had some really weird conversations.
Okay.
Oh.
So I was just like, I'd rather listen to anything but the people around me because I have no one else to listen to or to listen to me. So
Right. You didn't try to make friends or jump into conversations?
at one point I did. I turned around and I looked at someone and I was like, yeah, the line said 90 minutes. Now it's at 45. And they were like, I know, right?
And that was the end of that?
And then they started like talking in weird voices. And that was my cue to leave and turn around and put in the headphones. It was weird people, weird kids.
You can't say there's weird people at Disneyland when you're the one person there by themselves. Like you were the weird person.
I felt like I was normal.
But everyone else is weird.
Those kids were a little weird. Trust me, you would have thought that they were weird.
I guarantee you that I know exactly what happened in that scenario. You start small talking with the person behind you, like, oh, did you know it says 90 minutes, but now it says the line's only 45 minutes. And the lady first responds kindly, and then immediately mid-sentence, she thinks in her head, like, wait a second, I don't think this woman's with anybody here. I need to end this conversation ASAP somehow. What do I do?
She's gonna
I
tag along with us.
Yeah, I'll resort to the way I lost my last 3 boyfriends. I'll speak in the weird voice. Oh, good. That worked. Now she won't kill me later.
Whatever.
Did you have a feeling that security was looking at you?
No, not for 1 second. I mean, maybe when I was like, hey, does this line have a single rider's line? They're like, no.
You talking about the fun family ride that we're talking about here?
I was like, I need 1 seat. I just need one.
Oh, at any point during it, did you regret going to Disneyland by yourself? Or was it such a pleasurable experience all the way through that you would do it again?
It was like cathartic in a way. I don't know. It's just like, it was great. I got to just go wherever I wanted and walk wherever I wanted, whatever. But then it came to the point where like I saw one of the cast members or the photographers taking pictures, and she thought that I was with the group of people behind me. and I was like, no, it's just me. She goes, it's just you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I was like, yeah. And that hurt a little bit.
Right.
That I was like, she hurt my feelings. My friend, I told my friend later that day, she's like, don't let that hurt your feelings. I was like, I was alone.
Yes. Yeah, don't let it hurt your feelings at all. That woman who works at Disneyland was only working there for 10 years, and you were the first person that ever asked for a picture who had no one with them whatsoever.
You know,
the happiest place
when
on
she
earth.
gave me that reaction, I was like, how is she gonna pose me? You know,
Right.
because it's like a family is like, all right, everyone squeeze together and smile. Squeezing myself together.
Yeah.
And
She's like, hey, don't look so sad.
She's like, you sure you don't want to take a picture with that family behind you
Right.
too? And that way you can at least tell other people that you have friends.
I only broke down once, so it's fine.
Did you really break down?
Yeah.
Was it on a ride?
No, my sister called me just to see how I was doing, and then the headache that I had going on went away, and then she made me remember why I was at Disneyland to begin with, and then I was like, I'm gonna call you back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I gotta go.
I should have called. I would have made you feel better. I would have, I mean, we wouldn't have talked too much because I know, of course, one, you're at Disneyland and it's really loud in the background. And two, all I would have been doing was going, sorry. That's
What a
mean.
jerk.
I know that's mean. That's mean, but I think it's ballsy. I will say that, and I make fun of it only because I don't have enough money to go to Disneyland. And that's the only reason why I'm not going by myself. And there is no beat. I'm just broke. I can't even afford a beat. So yeah, you're pretty.
I mean,
good.
I'm balling on a budget, but a lot of the money that I did spend came from like pity money. I felt like my mom was like, "Hey, here's some money," and my godmother, "Here's some money. Spend it on yourself." Well, who else am I gonna spend it on?
Well, you could have bought stuff for other people, but I guess you maybe didn't have any other people.
Who was gonna carry it for me?
No, yeah, you're right.
That is true.
It's just me.
All right, I want you to think of this, okay? I want you to think the 3 advantages and the 3 disadvantages of going to Disneyland by yourself. We'll reveal that later on the podcast broadcast, okay? Let's hit the reset. We have so much more to get to, including a viral video of a 12-year-old, or is he 12? He looks like a grown-ass man. We're going to show that on the podcast broadcast. I know you've seen that, plus other lists. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yeah, so think about that. I know that you could come up with a list of 3 positives and 3 negatives.
Oh, trust me, I thought about it. I definitely thought I had a lot of time to think while I was there. You better
Think about
believe.
life and your choices.
Yeah, it's like when I do the dishes, I like doing dishes and just like get lost in thought.
Mm-hmm.
That was me walking around Disneyland
The entire time.
Yeah.
So do you feel like
they're having existential crises every 30 minutes.
Yeah, rethinking every decision I've made.
Oh, well, I mean, I would only regret this last weekend's decision because I think there's other ways to entertain yourself during that. I understand the reason why you want to go on an adventure, but I think there were other ways you could entertain yourself that wouldn't be so in your face, obviously depressing because all you see around you everywhere is a fairy tale love affairs. All right. B, fun fucking couples and families and everything, right?
I just love the couple you kept running into had the matching outfits just to shove it down your throat even more.
And I was hungover. When I tell you I was hungover I was so hungover from the night before. I was on 3 hours of sleep. And here I am inhaling this man's cologne, watching them look so adorable in their Lightning McQueen Crocs and matching Disney pajamas. It made me want to throw up and cry at the same time.
Oh, no.
I couldn't.
That's bad. That's
I was
sad.
like, just get out of my face.
All right, so I'm Googling right now how many people, because here's a question, because you went there because you had an ex getting married, you didn't want to think about it. But I would assume Disneyland is a place where people like to get married. Did you see any weddings while you were at Disneyland?
No, but you know how many proposals I've seen in the past? I go to Disneyland a lot.
Yeah.
But I remember one time, just one time, everyone decided to get proposed to that weekend.
Yeah.
And I went on a weekend where I took my cousin from Mexico. So it was like I took him and, had breakfast with Goofy and this, and that. And every time I wanted to take a nice picture of him in front of the castle, boom, someone was getting proposed over here. Yeah, it was weird.
Right.
It was so weird. Everyone just decided to just like, this is the day.
Wow.
So when I tell you I avoided the castle as much as I could just for that purpose.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, let me give you some stats here on love and Disneyland because it happens, and you didn't see any proposals on this last trip, right?
No, I closed my eyes.
Which is good. Yeah. Just plug your ears, close your eyes. At Disney World, the resort, approximately 1,500 couples tie the knot each year. And they've hosted over 2,700 weddings. So to go to a place where you're trying to avoid the thought of marriage, it seems like the worst place to go to because besides,
what's worse is like it's not the ex getting married thought. It's the I'm really alone still. I'm doing it here.
Yeah. Now,
so
Andrew, to try to make you feel a little bit better, said the first time I went to Vegas was by myself, but Vegas is a different scenario. And I actually would not even have any conversation, nothing but praise and encouragement if Yas said, hey, I'm going to go to Vegas for the weekend. Just treat yourself. Go to Sin City. Yeah, you could entertain yourself. It's the entertainment capital of the world. And whether you go up to the tables, just play some slots, go out to some clubs, and just meet randos. That's the hookup spot in the world. So yes, people go to Vegas all the time by themselves, and that's not weird. And nobody looks at anybody who goes to Vegas by themselves weird. They're like, oh yeah, you're by yourself. Cool. You looks like you're going to have a fantastic time.
You know what I thought? I think people thought maybe I was like a cast member that was there on their day off. Because you know how like people that work there, they'll go to Disneyland by themselves.
Right.
Well, they probably looked at me and they're like, oh, it must be your day off.
Yeah. Hey, what are you like? You princess, right? What's going on?
What do you do?
You one of the dwarves? What's the deal? Not that you're short, but I'm just trying to name characters. Yeah, that would make sense, but no. Okay. Oh, did you consider Vegas at all?
No, I considered like Cabo or like Hawaii or like something stupid.
No, those are all great locations.
Yeah, those are all fantastic.
Know, right?
I was like the hikes that could be done by myself in Hawaii.
Someone in Hawaii went this time last year and it was raining.
Okay.
So it's like monsoonish right now. So Hawaii was out, and then
Cabo would have been nice. Mexico would have been nice.
But I've been to Cabo, and I don't.
Vegas would have been nice. A staycation at a casino would have been okay. But those are all places better than Disneyland.
But I saved a lot of money by staying with my friend, and I wasn't bored because I also had company.
You stayed with your friend. Did you ever think about inviting your friend?
She didn't do Disney. She don't do Disney, and she told me flat out, I love you and all of my friends, but I will never go to Disneyland with you guys.
I love you so much.
Yeah.
But I will not save you from the depression that you're going to receive by going to Disneyland by yourself.
But you better believe she hosted me, took me out. We went to all these bars. I'm not gonna say too much, but she was a great host for me and others.
So you bought your stuff ahead of time, so there was no backing out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's where you fucked up too, because it seems like you could have easily went to go visit your friend and not go to Disneyland. And
no, that was the plan the whole time, was to go visit her and be there that weekend. But I was like, how can I torture myself more?
Yeah. Because this is self-inflicted torture is what you did. 100% self-inflicted. Like, because you wouldn't have had any worries on your mind. You would have been completely engulfed in going to the football game, hanging out with friends, meeting some LA cholos, trying to make some love. Yeah, some foos, which I've followed your Twitter. Seems like, you possibly were pleasantly distracted by the D. Now, all that's fine and dandy and normal. And the fact that you want to be like, I want to take a knife and just cut right around here and keep on cutting. To go to Disneyland by yourself made no sense whatsoever.
I guess I just like to be complicated.
What's
the point of being simple? It's boring.
I think many of us are a glutton for punishment for sure. And I think that's what you wanted. You wanted a little bit of ups and you want a lot of bit of downs.
I wanted some attention.
Well, you wanted attention. So you go to the one place where everyone's going to ignore you.
She was up for the challenge.
Yes, but I am glad that my friend Yas Money is alive and well and made it back and didn't jump off the Magic Kingdom's castle or any of that good stuff. Yep, I mean it. All right. What is it in F My Life? Going to Disneyland by yourself? I don't know, but I do know that we had a good round of F My Life this morning. And in case you missed it, it went a little something like this.
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward.
is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another round of F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can call us right now, 600-KFMA at 600-5362. And if Weirdo and I agree that your life is effed, we might hook you up with something like a gift certificate to Tucson Games and Gadgets inside the Tucson Mall or Park Place Mall or even the Outlet Mall. Because we got that going on. And if you're looking for some Christmas shopping, holiday shopping action, and you want to get a discount, $20 off, Babuski, I got you. And I'm still trying to make Babuski a thing, by the way.
I'm noticing.
Yes, okay. All right, here's our first email sent to me by Kyle at beefvegan@kfma.com. He wrote, today while working at my desk alone and with my headphones in, I suddenly let loose a loud stream of gas. As I shifted uncomfortably in my seat, I saw in the reflection of my laptop that my roommate had been sitting silently on the couch right behind me. All right, got caught farting. F My Life, Weirdo, what do you say?
Yeah, big baby. That's a part of life. It's a natural bodily function.
Absolutely, 100% big baby, Kyle. Yeah, your roommate caught you. Be proud. Be like, did you hear that? Did you feel it? It was like a sonic wave just hit you in the face. All right, next F My Life email sent to me by Crystal. She wrote, yesterday I asked my boyfriend if he might want kids one day. And he most definitely does not. In fact, he even threatened me for reminding him that we need to stock up on condoms. Oh, I'm sorry. He even thanked me for reminding him that we need to stock up on condoms and go shopping. Plus, he's even considering a vasectomy just to make sure. I'm already pregnant. Oh, that's going to be an awkward conversation for Crystal. Is that an F My Life, Weirdo?
That is an F My Life.
110%, Crystal. Good luck with that. All right, Jimmy sent me this next email, beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. He wrote, this weekend I went to my girlfriend's job to surprise her for lunch. Her manager said she hasn't worked on a Saturday for 2 months.
Oh.
That ain't good. F My Life, Weirdo.
F My Life. You're being cheated on.
Way to tiptoe around that. Sorry about your luck there, Jimmy. Yeah, it looks like you're going to be single soon. All right, next email sent to me by Haley. She said, today I'm on day 3 of pneumonia and a sinus infection. My 6-year-old is on day 3 of a sinus infection and day 1 of the stomach flu.
Oh, no.
Oh, you've been there, right?
Oh, many of times.
Yeah, me too. 100% F My Life?
Yes.
Yeah, good luck with that, Haley. We both agree. And final F My Life of the day sent to me by Spencer. He wrote, today my wedding ring came off in the Walmart bathroom and fell into the toilet. It was an automatic toilet, and it flushed.
Oh.
F My Life. What do you say, Weirdo?
Just all the layers. You're in a Walmart bathroom. You lost your wedding ring.
I have questions, though, Spencer. How aggressively do you wipe? Jesus. Here on the broadcast, that was F My Life from this morning. And did you know, Weirdo, did you know that Yas works in television news?
I mean, I've heard you say KOLD.
Yeah, KOLD all day long. Yeah, she definitely is a field reporter. You've probably seen her on TV as well as the Roadrunner games. And since she does work in the news field, I want to play a game. All right, here's the game. It's called Porn Star or Weatherman.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, Yaz. You've been in the industry for a while. Weathermen have some weird porn-tastic names. It's really hard to tell the difference between that of a weatherman or an actual adult film star. And to prove my point, I put together a list. And I'm going to have you and Weirdo face off in a round of porn star or weatherman. Okay, so there's 5 rounds. So we'll take turns for the first 4 rounds. If you're tied up, we'll do a sudden death. And whoever buzzes in first, we'll get to answer it, okay? So here is our first name in porn star or weatherman. I'll go to Yaz first. Chad Alva. Is that a porn star or weatherman?
I'm going to go with a porn star.
Porn star. All right. Reasoning why?
It just sounds exotic.
Yeah, it does. And that is correct. Porn star. Yaz knows her porn. That's good. All right. Weirdo. Porn star or weatherman? The name is Reynolds Wolf. Reynolds Wolf.
That sounds like a weatherman.
Okay, yeah. All right, tied up 1-1. Reynolds Wolf is a weatherman on the Weather Channel. You may have seen him. All right, Yaz, back to you. Porn star weatherman. The name is Johnny Mountain. Johnny Mountain. Porn star or weatherman?
That is a porn.
Porn star. That is incorrect. Oh, Johnny Mountain is a weatherman in Los Angeles. Yeah. It'd be if it was Johnny River or Johnny, I don't know, Log.
Snakeskin.
Yeah, something like that. More phallic. Nobody ever describes their dick as a mountain, you know? It's
What
like
about buns?
super girthy at the bottom and it just kind of tips off and it's a little white at the
He
end.
might have a nice booty.
He might, he doesn't. All right, weirdo. For the win, if you get this right, porn star weatherman, Justin Hunt.
Porn star.
Porn star, Justin Hunt, because it rhymes with yes. That is correct.
No, it's because I think I've seen some porn.
You saw
with him
Justin
in-
Hunt? Yes, you have. All right.
Yes, I am.
Let's get back on the air here. Rock on the 2.1 KFMA's Beef Vegan Presents. We just played a quick round of Porn Star Weatherman because Yas Money is actually a KOLD reporter. You've probably seen her on the news reporting various things. What was the last piece that you did for KOLD, Yas?
El Tour.
El Tour, yeah, the
Yeah.
tour to Tucson.
Mhm.
Yeah, so hitting those hard hitting stories there. But she lost in a round of Porn Star Weatherman because maybe she doesn't know her weatherman as much as she knows her porn stars. Let's see. Just for saving grace, I'll give you one more example, Yaz. Tell me if this is a porn star or weatherman because their names are very similar. John Morales. Is John Morales a porn star or a weatherman? You say weatherman, and why?
Sounds basic.
Just sounds basic?
Yeah.
You're right. It's not Long John Morales. I should say that. He is a weatherman in South Florida. So, good job. You got a little bit of redemption, but since Weirdo knows her porn star so well, then she won that round.
I felt the confidence come out of her when she said it.
Yeah. She's like, porn? Toss her shoulder off.
This old creep's got this.
Let me tell you this crazy story about a woman who went to Vegas by herself. What? That's not the odd part. She's a 33-year-old woman named Sarah Richards, and she was arrested for stealing a guy's $12,000 watch on Sunday. Now, she had a pretty elaborate plan. Now, she flirted with the guy and got invited back to his room, and they started making out. And then she told him that he should take off his watch or it might cut her, which leads me to a lot of inappropriate for radio questions. Like, really? Is it going to go, the watch? How's the watch coming into play? But either way, she insisted and that he keep drinking wine as well. And this guy, probably not that attractive, probably an older, successful gentleman. And Sarah was, a good solid 7. I'm maybe like a 7.5 if you're drinking a lot of wine. So I can understand this guy's guard being let down a little bit, right? Well, after he took off his watch and he kept making out and he kept drinking wine, got a little drunk, she ended up swiping the watch, right? But the guy did notice and he followed her out and alerted security. The police were called, but they couldn't find the watch at first. She hid it in a pretty clever place. Can you guess where?
I'm going to go with up the bum.
Okay, well, I mean, you took what is probably a good guess and you made it extreme. Not the back door, weirdo, the front door, the hoo-ha.
Oh.
Yes. She had that $12,000 watch hidden inside her. The police later found out that Sarah from Baltimore was in town to attend a court hearing related to another very similar crime. She's like the pussycat bandit, right? She will take items, hide it in her hoo-ha, and then try to make a run for it. But the problem is it kind of weighs you down. Now, she wooed that other guy, drugged him, and stole a $100,000 wristwatch. And so it's unclear what's also hidden inside her. But, it's a new tactic that she's working on. So my question to you, have you guys stolen anything inside your hoo-ha?
No.
That's a lie, both of you, because I know for a fact you've stolen some hearts. You get that joke? All right, so we're clear.
You're the worst.
I know. I
Why
am.
did you laugh? You shouldn't have laughed.
Yeah, no, it was funny.
No,
enough.
that was not what I was expecting.
Yeah. All right. Well, ask our streamers who are commenting along. Give me a grade from A to F on that joke. Did you like my stolen hearts joke? I was ready for it. They weren't. So I knew you're gonna say no. So A to F. Just give me an A to F. And while you're doing that, let me show you a picture of the oldest looking 12-year-old you've ever seen in your life. And I know you saw this. Yes, this went viral yesterday. And this is nuts. And the internet is freaking out over this. Who? And you see it, weirdo?
Not yet.
Oh yeah, I gotta share the screen.
Yeah.
All right. So this
What
kid.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Am I?
He looks like
Why do I
someone's
have a delay?
uncle.
He's 32.
No, he's not though. He's 12.
He's 12.
And he is whooping ass in
You know what's crazy? Did you see the picture with like him and his team? And they all look older like that? They all look just as old.
Yeah, you know what? This is one of those stories where I feel like the internet is right, and it's going to be revealed that this team has been pulling a fast one over on the entire league and fucking up a bunch of real 12-year-olds with these grown ass men. I mean, yeah, he has a half sleeve tattoo. He's 12 years old.
He has a tattoo
on his arm. Yes,
Yes.
it's a half sleeve. In
that
fact,
I did not see the tattoo.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn it.
I'm pulling it
Come
up
over
right
here.
now. I'm going full screen. You know, yeah, you got to see this. So this is full screen of this kid. All right, B minus. Let's see. He said Pussycat Burglar. I said Pussycat Burglar. You missed it, Powers. Yeah. All right. So yeah, he's got a half sleeve tattoo on his arm, a mustache, and he's a giant man. So
Well, and look at the like exhaustion lines under his eyes.
He's been through it.
Right.
He's been through it.
yeah,
Like he's hungover.
he looks like a 12-year-old who's seen some things.
That's what
for
I
sure.
look like at Disneyland.
Yeah, I'm
With
sure.
glasses.
He's doing his best Yas Money impersonation. So, all right. Well, Board Taco gave me a solid D for my joke. So, D for a D joke in a way.
I like that joke better.
Okay. Everyone's a critic, but that's all right. I want you guys to be. So yeah, this kid
It's not a kid.
It's not a kid, and I do feel like they're going viral on a national level is going to bring the heat down for whoever the coach is. But Jeremiah Johnson from Fort Worth, Texas, won MVP honors award at the Youth National Championships in Miami. So it wasn't even that they were the best. There's in the names.
Next week.
Right now, so obviously the achievement has been drastically overshadowed by the viral response to his age, which left fans convinced there is trickery afoot. And after this picture was revealed, sporting a mustache went viral on Twitter, Instagram, social media. I mean, every single social media. Even Parler was saying some shit about that, right? Begging the question, can anybody guess the young running back's real age? Now they insist that he's 12. And that's just that. And I want to see, obviously, birth certificate. I want to meet the doctor.
Right.
I want to see the video with the timestamp on it. There's a lot of different things I gotta see because
Meet his
Are his
80-year-old parents.
I know. Are his parents still alive?
yeah, how old is your parents? Where are your parents? Yes, and let me get a DNA test as well to make sure they are your parents. There's it is very difficult. I hate to be skeptical so much on a child, but well, possibly a child, but again, this is a grown ass man, and he's wearing a mustache. Look at him. Here's another picture here.
It's not like you just found like a 12-year-old that happens to already be like 5'10",
Right.
but still looks super young and lanky and stuff. No, that is a grown ass man.
I did have a friend who grew a mustache in middle school.
Yes, of course, and I grew up in Arizona, so all my Chicano friends had mustaches in middle school. That's not the big surprise. And yeah, nobody would be questioning a mustache on a 12-year-old. They questioned the fact that he's 6 foot and has lifelines underneath his eyes that weirdo was talking about. Just looks like a grown-ass man. Now, we've seen, of course, there's people who are tall, and that's a fact. There's like Yao Ming was probably a tall looking fucking 12-year-old, but he probably still looked 12 in the face.
I mean, there is The
Mhm.
Rock, like Dwayne Johnson. He
Oh,
shares that photo all
yeah.
the time of him at 14.
Yeah.
Looks like a retired 28-year-old DJ.
Yes.
Yeah, you think The Rock could pass as old as this kid right here?
The Rock at 15 was breaking hearts
Well,
of 30-year-olds.
Right.
okay. All right.
And he was stacked too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he worked out. I saw that. I remember that. But even when I look at those pictures of The Rock as a kid, he still looked like a kid to me. He looked like a kid with facial hair, but he was still kind of baby faced. This guy is not necessarily baby faced. He's kind of baby daddy faced. And
Oh my God.
that's my issue with that. Right. But we'll see. We will see. And that's the good thing about the internet. When they're on a case, they won't drop it. If there is anything foul afoot, they will find out and it will be revealed and be some salacious shit. And then they're going to be like, well, we're going to have to take back that award for sure. And maybe the Nationals, because this is Pop Warner on a national level. And he got MVP in the entire Pop Warner League in the entire United States.
You would think it's like, don't be suspicious. Shave off the mustache.
Right.
Let's not make it obvious. Hide your tattoos. Wear a long sleeve.
HBO Max is going to do a documentary on this next year. It'll be fine.
That's true. But
And then we'll get all the answers.
We got the DNA results.
I need scientific proof that this kid is 12, meaning they need to not only do the DNA test, see how old the cells are in his body, the skin cells, everything. They can find that out. In fact, actually, I know that rich people like to do blood transfusions of young people because their white blood cell counts and, there's a youthful blood. That's a fact. Okay, it's a fact that you'll find on seedy internet sites, but it's a conspiracy fact.
Are we getting into some Illuminati stuff?
Yes, we are.
Yes. Well, okay, I'll stop there.
I gotta go.
No. All right, let me get that reset. Earlier this morning, we got weird with Weirdo. It was an excellent story about a pastor who liked to bless people in a very unusual way. And in case you missed it, it went a little something like giving us an update on what's happening in the world of weird is Weirdo. What do you got for us today, Weirdo?
Well, today, here's a stinky story about being blessed.
A stinky story about being blessed?
Yes.
All right, continue.
All right. So the congregation of a church found in South Africa is claiming that their pastor prefers to sit on people and fart on them as a means of blessing them and healing them for whatever may seem to be troubling them.
Oh, I love and hate this at the same time. There's so many questions about the possibilities. It's like, how do you know you have enough blessings to go around? And what do you do to prepare yourself to have enough blessings to go around? Hopefully as a small church.
Well, Pastor Chris Penelope of the Sevenfold Holy Spirit Ministries in South Africa has figured this out.
Okay, what is his technique?
So he sits on their heads, bringing a whole new meaning to a brain fart.
Right.
And if you can't believe what this stinker is doing, there are some photos that reportedly show the pastor sitting or standing on top of people, breaking wind on them.
Yeah, I'm actually busting this out. You'll be able to see this in the podcast broadcast when we replay it. And he's not just like farting on their heads. He's literally sitting on their mouth and nose and seems like he's suffocating them, is he not?
He's just giving them the full experience.
Gee, that is disgusting. Yeah, but that doesn't give me the answer of how he fuels up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's going to bless people. Sometimes you bless people because you ate like a bad lunch and you have an extra, you have bubble guts. But in this case, like, how is he prepared to break wind every single day on numerous people?
He says it's by faith.
Oh, okay. He believes he can fart.
Yes.
Jesus, help me pass this gas.
So he says, I don't actually fart on people. I heal people. That is his explanation. And he does this by faith. He said, I must come directly to the head and sit on it.
Oh, he heals people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the same time, he gives them pink eye. Is that really healing them? I don't know. I don't think so.
And there's some people that are into this. Unnamed sources from the church are saying that many people don't mind what's going on, all the farting, and that they've even claimed that his passing winds do not stink, but are holy.
His underwear is holy, that's for sure. I mean, honestly, he seems like he could make a little side hustle money starting an OnlyFans and putting those blessed farts in a jar, because we definitely read stories about that before.
Oh, yes, we have. Now, there are some parishioners that have left the service feeling unhappy. Yeah. One 30-year-old man said, when we come to church, it's because we need prayers, not to be farted on. What that pastor is doing is wrong.
Yeah, and I would actually argue is evil. I mean, honestly, this guy just breaking wind in people's faces and trying to claim that it's a blessing seems like it's more sadistic and like humorous to him and him alone.
Right, because there's a pastor, Jacob Sabia, another local pastor in the same village, was quoted saying, God does not tell you to sit on people, and pastors should be practicing what is in the Bible and not what they think is there.
That's true. And I'm not an expert on the Bible by any means, but I'm pretty sure farting on people's faces and in their open mouths is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, it is not. But for now, Pastor Penelope will continue to rip them until the good Lord tells him to stop.
Jesus. All right. Well, be careful out there for those farting pastors. Apparently, it starts in South Africa, but it will make its way to America for sure. Thanks for that update, weirdo. We'll hit the reset. Be back with more Beef Vegan Presents, including your Florida Man story of the week next. So stick around. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. And Yaz has to show us one more thing depressing. We'll just circle back real quick. Show me your photos from Disneyland into the camera, okay?
Okay, so I don't know if you can see them.
Oh, yes.
Scroll. Can you scroll?
Can you do one at a time?
All right, hold on.
One at a time? Okay. So,
Yeah.
So this one, I'm blowing snow.
Blowing snow. Oh,
I thought you were
no.
just going to stop with just blowing.
This is me on Space Mountain. I hated every single second of it.
That's you in the bottom left.
The
so
one by
good.
themselves, that's me.
Right.
I took pictures with Iron Man. Oh, this was a cute
You took
one.
pictures with Iron Man as well?
This is a cute one. Like, it was like just so.
Aw, let me just play with my ears.
Who took that picture for you?
The cast members that are there.
Oh, man. Yeah. So, and they're just like, you sure you don't want to wait for anyone else to get in this picture?
Me
Just-
and Iron Man just chopping it up, you know. And then there was this really awkward picture of me talking to Iron Man.
Oh, no.
He
Oh,
was
no.
like, I think he was hitting on me, or he was just being really social. I couldn't tell.
I'm sure he was hitting on
He
you.
was like,
Oh,
what do you like about me? And I was like, huh?
oh,
like,
okay.
what?
Yeah. Well, I like that you have a job. That's unlike most people I date. Yes. And Anthony said, speaking to the mic. Yeah, you were.
Sorry.
Yeah. Come on. Now.
I had to reach in to show you.
Yeah, my buddy Kevin, who's a liquor rep for Black Labeled Whiskey, is showing up here. He should be escorted back in here to the studio any minute. So we'll have that. But we're on the air here in about 10 seconds. And I want to ask you another question, both of you. All right. Have you ever gotten an Amazon package delivered to you? And then go ahead and bring Kevin in. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Kevin didn't come in? All right. Well, I'm thinking him anyways. My buddy Kevin is a liquor rep for Metallica's whiskey, the blackened American whiskey. And he's like, bro, I represent that. I'm going to be down in Tucson on Wednesday. Can I hook you up with a bottle? And I'm like, free liquor? Hell yeah, Kevin. So we're going to try this on the podcast broadcast. It's a nice looking bottle. And of course, this is Metallica's brand. And it's, 90 proof. So they make it strong and remastered by Dave Pickle. And it's a blend of straight whiskey finished in black brandy casks. Musicians getting into the alcohol game. I'm not mad at it, and it does look pretty good. And congratulations to our VIP winner. I think it was Adriana, who was a listener who was texting to win those Metallica tickets, but she also got that 3-day hotel stay, $150 Visa gift card, and VIP entrance tickets to the VIP blackened whiskey experience. So they'll be pouring this strong, and we'll try this again here on the stream so you see what it's like. Is it too early to drink? No. I answered it for you in case you tried to say anything else. And there's a nice little bag. And ooh, eat your heart out, Razor. Oh, I know you fanboy of Metallica and you want some of this whiskey, but it's mine. Sorry. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had an Amazon package mistakenly delivered to your residence and you decide to say, you know what? Merry Christmas to me.
No, I will go take it to the address.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have done that several
What if
times.
that address is your address? Because I had this situation happen to me when I moved into a new place. This was years ago, and it was before Amazon, but I did get a package, and I'm like, this is my address, not my name. That's odd. Let me open it and see what's inside. And it was this fancy-ass china, right? Like, bowls and plates. It was fantastic. And I was like, this is nice. I need that. Nice little, welcoming gift. And so I kept it after, not opening up the package for a couple days, making sure nobody was looking for it. And so then a couple weeks later, I did get a knock on the door, and they asked if I had seen a package on my front door. And I'm like, nope, Don't even know what you're talking about. While eating cereal out of the bowl that was in that package. All right.
Did they recognize it?
No, it was the delivery driver. So
okay.
they didn't know what's inside it. And the customer, I'm sure, got a refund. It was kind of like a victimless crime. And I don't feel bad about it. And I still have those bowls to this day. You come over to my house, and if it's a fancy dinner night, you're going to see that fine china. It's the only china I have. So it's never happened to you guys?
No.
Oh, wow.
Just return it.
Well, the reason why I even bring this up, because it did happen to Olivia Douglas. And she thought she had some kind of secret Santa at Amazon. And she wants to have dozens of packages that she didn't order and keep them. At last count, Douglas has been delivered 64 packages, all of which had her address and none of which she paid for. And she called Amazon and told that person who ordered them that, and was told that the person who ordered them probably filed a claim. This is the good thing about, being too big to always fail. That's what Amazon is. They have too many employees. So the person on the other phone's like, yeah, they probably filed a claim. I can't really look it up. So you can keep them. And so she did. She finally gave in to the demands of the people that were following her on TikTok. And she opened a few boxes and found out that she's now the proud owner of a bunch of flags. Some celebrate Pride. Some celebrate America. A few, they're a little suspects. So she's not going to, hang those high. But it turns out it was some kind of flag store that kept sending her flags. So now she's going to keep them. Is it wrong of her to do so?
No, she was given permission.
Well,
she called. She's
from
like,
an
hey.
employee at Amazon. Come on.
So she hadn't opened them before.
No. Well, she said she didn't. She took to TikTok, and I'll show you the video on the podcast broadcast stream and let you be the judge of how much you can trust her. All right. So we'll do that right now, and then we'll have a few words, sip some whiskey, and come back with your beef tip after this. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right. So I'm going to pull up this video right now so you can see what she looks like and the whole ordeal.
I do remember a story where a lady was given tons and tons of boxes, and I think inside were just cups. But it was 60 boxes excessively.
Right.
She was just getting delivered, and she's just like, what am I supposed to do with them? They
was she annoyed then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was well, what are all these boxes? I didn't order anything.
Right.
Also, I'm going to return something that doesn't have my name on it because that's just karma. I just want good karma.
Well, Scarlett said, my wrong delivered packages have been masks and glasses. I'm not stealing someone else's prescription glasses. All right. Well,
fair enough.
Yeah, it sucks. You should have been delivered money. I take it. I mean, I get all types of weird mail at my house from the previous residences, but I never got any packages. And I'll tell you right now, without hesitation, it would be mine. I'm like, oh, no, it's my address. Technically, I'm the owner, and that's how it is. I wouldn't even feel bad about it. It's not stealing if they give it to you. Does that make me a terrible person? Am I the asshole?
Sometimes.
I mean, you're a terrible person, but for other reasons.
All right. Let's see. All right, let me pull up this video here. Haters. Because honestly, I think once you see her, you could be like, you know what? Maybe I understand or maybe I don't. So let's see. Let's see what she has to say.
Does anyone else have a secret Santa that just keeps sending packages to your house, but to their name? And you reach out to Amazon because you're like, hey, someone's packages keep coming to my house. It's my address.
Wait a second. That's this chick's real voice.
No, that's the voice that you had on TikTok. It's called Trickster.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank God
Yeah.
for you, because I'm just like immediately she goes from a 6 to a 2.
No, as someone who lives on TikTok, that's what that is.
Fair enough. Well, then it makes sense that she's disguising her voice and she's stealing all these flags. Right.
But it's their name. And they say, oh, don't worry about it. They probably submitted a claim, so just keep the packages. And so we're like, okay, that's fine. Limit's 12, but it's turned into
Jesus.
over 40.
Oh my God.
Anybody else? Or is it just me?
Yeah, so here, yes, I'll replay this.
Does
part.
anyone else have a
Hold on. It's coming up right here. She shows how many packages she got. It was a nonstop amount of packages. So that's how many
Over
packages
40?
she got. See it?
Just lined the hallway.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
You just donate them to a place that's.
Well, take the flags you want. You know what I mean? But yeah, obviously this was some kind of flag store.
Were they big flags or little flags?
It's a flag, man.
Oh,
I
like
don't-
those. Oh.
I don't know if it was like my flags, but I mean, you see the size of these boxes. I would
yeah.
assume that normally like flags were like 6 feet or whatever.
They're Taylor Swift flags.
Yeah. I'm sure there was like "Don't Tread on Me" flags in the mix, and just a whole bunch of
Right.
array of what you would normally see as far as flags. And yeah,
My girl just said, she said, as a kid, we rented a house that the old phone number was of Domino's, and sometimes we would take the orders and pretend that we were going to deliver the pizza.
that's fucked up for Domino's. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But you know, at the same time, I'm sure they're fine.
Sure, they moved on. Let me see this bottle.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I forgot we got whiskey. Yeah, I do want to sip some of that too. Do I have?
This is a sturdy bottle. Because there's been other musicians that have released alcohol, or some wrestlers have done some wine bottles. And I think part of it is what the bottle looks like too.
Right. If they're beef vegan flags, then bitch better give them back. I'll take all of them for resale. I'll sell 3 of them. All right. Yeah. Let me sip on that whiskey though. I do want to try it.
Born in cask, forged by sound. So, I mean, I'm a little disappointed in the bottle.
I'm not.
I mean, like the bottle itself is good, but like kind of the design on it. I mean, I guess they just kept it simple.
Yeah, simple but yet elegant, and you want to try to sell it on a larger scale. Of course, it's. Look at this. She's opening it. There you go.
Black and cheers to you.
Mm-hmm.
Learn about the revolutionary process.
Okay, I will do that. I'll save you a shot, Manny.
What is it? Whiskey?
Maybe have you pop in. Yeah, it's whiskey that's in.
It's a cork.
Yeah,
It's not a screw on.
you better not mess it up. You're supposed to smell the cork. Give me the cork.
I know nothing. It just smells like I'm 24 again.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of whiskey.
Yeah, it smells like a bourbon, kind of like a sweet Jack Daniels.
She just got the whiskey shakes.
Yeah, well, you had a long weekend. So, did you drink any whiskey during the weekend?
That's all I drink.
That's all you drink?
That's all I drink. Well, that and some White Claws.
Okay. Nice. All right. Yeah. Blackened, a bold collaboration, finest hand-selected whiskeys, an unrivaled composition of craft and creativity, born in a cask, forged by. That's all the shit you just read. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a terrible.
Are we
memory.
sipping straight from the bottle?
Yeah. It's
All
fine.
right.
The whiskey kills the germs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mouthwash. That was
Holy Jiminy.
It's 90 proof. Has a little burn to it.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm gonna chug it. Mm.
That's smooth.
Yeah.
That's smooth.
I mean, it's 90 proof, and I wasn't like, or any of that.
I gotta go back to work right now.
I know, but put some gum in. You're not gonna be drunk. If anything, it will make you feel better because you are alcohol deprived right now. You've already drank so much this weekend that you're having withdrawals. So put a little bit of medicine.
Oh, that warms you up.
Yeah, just put a little medicine in you. You'll be fine.
No, my work's gonna see this. They're gonna be pissed.
No, they're not. They might actually.
Yes.
You might be fine. You might not.
Yeah. Let's
right.
gamble.
Then cork it. Yeah. Just a little sip. If you just do a baby sip and it's a tasting, then you know that it's good.
Off
yeah.
the camera?
Yeah, you do it off the camera. Here, I'll do a close up on my face real quick. All right. So my apologies. And I have to wrap things up anyways for
Can't even put it back in.
That's what she said. All right. All right, let me get my side of beef song and wrap things up. Pain. All right. Unfortunately, I had to wrap this song up quick, and I didn't mean to do that. I apologize, but I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the show. Don't forget the podcast broadcast is on demand on youtube.com/BeefVegan and on Spotify by searching Beef Vegan Presents. Tomorrow morning, we'll continue to give away a pair of tickets for Pop Evil, and that's going to be around 7:10 a.m. Plus, we'll give away the keyword for the Master of Prizes, and Rico's going to be in studio. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'd like to thank Weirdo. Excellent job today. Yas Money, thank you for coming in. I'm so happy that you made it back from Disneyland alive and they did not red flag you for being a suicide risk. I think that was awesome. I'd like to thank everyone again for listening. Don't forget to tell a friend to check out Beef Vegan Presents. Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
Later
upon a
days.
side
Bye,
of
guys.
beef, soon will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.
So true. So true.